All right, thank you. Now we are going to hear from your validators. I hope you are expecting that and have your validators ready. So
can we have the validators come up now? Or
Sure.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah, if you guys don't mind stepping down and
Yeah. I think mine's online. So.
Oh, yours is online. Oh, okay. Are there any of the validators here? One. Just one.
No, Tallon's here.
Okay, two. Okay. Okay, so this will be the same 90 seconds that the candidates were given. I'll give you a signal. All right, so Tim's validator, you have 90 seconds.
I am honored to take some time to tell you why I appreciate Tim Kubik and why I believe he will be our best option for state chair. I believe that Tim will make El Paso County an important part of the state party. As chair of our state party education initiative, Tim made it a priority to go to parts of Colorado to speak with candidates for school boards. He knew that not all areas would win with Democratic support, so he supported them from the sidelines. He also made sure that he came to speak with all our voters at a second Tuesday, explaining what those education items were on the ballot and talking with us about what our support should look like. The status quo for the party has been to worry about the Denver-Boulder area of Colorado for far too long. I want to work with someone who understands that all of Colorado needs assistance and help, and I believe Tim, who is from South Larimer, understands this intimately. Finally, I've known Tim personally as a D&D player for several years, and I appreciate his fairness and how he runs a game. Running a game is a lot like running a campaign. It starts with the plan of a game, some of which Tim has actually written. And then it takes working with a group of people. You lead and grow that group of players and characters as they face sometimes what seem to be impossible odds. The GM must be fair and let all players try to play things their way, but also guide them into how playing together works. I believe this to also be the position of a party chair. There are many opposing views in our party, but at the end of the day, we must work together to fight the best fight we can. And Tim has always been a great leader for doing just that. Please help me in supporting Tim Kubik for chair. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I was actually very honored to be asked to provide this validation for Howard. I've known Howard for quite a few years, and I wanted to point out something about his experience that I think is really important and why it makes him the right candidate to lead the Colorado Democratic Party for the next term. His experience at the national level as a leader, he's been a servant at the state, and he's been a volunteer, even down here in our county, even though it's not his county. He's been a volunteer down here. He's walked for campaigns down here in El Paso County. To me, that's the type of leadership that we can partner with out of El Paso County. The great things that Misha and Rob want to lead us to do over this next 2 years. When I think about what party chair from the state is going to help us meet those goals, to achieve those goals, Howard's the right guy for that job.
Hey everybody, my name's Tallon. I'm super proud to be here today
on behalf of Shad, and supporting him for state party chair. I grew up in El Paso County and spent the last 7 years. Do you want me to stand up, Misha? Okay.
I've worked on
years. That's actually how I got to know Shad. We flipped a seat on the Western Slope and elected our first Latina to the state legislature. And yeah, go Elizabeth. And also work on a board with him called The Steady that supports training campaign staff. And that's why I'm really excited to be supporting him today. He brings the experience of actually working on campaigns that win in red districts, and understands the needs of candidates, especially women and candidates of color. He spent the last 15 years working on those races in places like El Paso County and on the Western Slope. I'm also really excited to be supporting him because he's committed to making the party accessible He will make sure that we're communicating with everybody, not just party insiders, and bring everybody into the process, which I think is severely lacking. And finally, Shad really brings the management experience necessary. He spent years managing hundreds of volunteers, staff members, interns, and we'll make sure that we really invest in having staff across the state year long to make sure that we can defeat Lauren Boebert and also reelect Representative Caraveo and flip counties like El Paso County. So I think we really need to make sure we take this opportunity to bring new leadership to the table and not stick with the status quo to better serve our candidates and also move our community forward.